Greetings, Kitchen Sink family members. How are you? How are we? I'm good. Today we follow up our story of rising again with the turning point. How ordinary people changed their lives against all odds. These are stories of people that I've lived with, people that I have walked with in life, and I'm just trying to share so that you can be inspired, so that your life will begin to change. Towards the end of 2025, planning for 2026, your life can change. And how does it change? Transformation is key, resilience is crucial, and hope cannot be underestimated. We need hope. Hope against hope. If we're going to succeed in life, if we're going to succeed in the last quarter of 2025 into 2026, possibly for the rest of your life, we need transformation, we need resilience, and we need hope. What I have observed, in people as they transform to become the best version of themselves about their lives. I've seen the power of influence. Who is influencing you in your life? If you are such a person whose perspective about life is so short and so limited, you can only look around people that are near you, your life will not change. You need of necessity to have people that are above you, way above you in life. Whatever it is that you are doing, whether it's a profession, whether it's a career, it's a business, you need people that you look up to in your life. When you look up to some people in your family, in your community, in society, now the world has become a village. There could be anywhere in the world. When you look up to someone, that will generate such an energy which will give you such impetus towards success if you have people like that in your life. And with that impetus comes the resilience necessary for hard work. And when you add hard work and affirmations from those around you, then you will be established in whatever it is that you are doing. And when you are established in whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't even matter whether it's small or very, very big. As long as you're established, if you are a corner store owner, if you are a market woman, if you are small business owner, medium scale business owner, whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you have affirmation, as long as you're working hard, when you put those things together, they will enable you to be established, and that will begin your journey, your road to success in life. And I'm saying to us today, when you are rising up, don't look at rising up in a grandiose way and position. No, you can rise up to a small beginning, and do not despise the day of humble beginning. So there's the power of influence, there's the building of resilience, and then there's the role of your own choices in life. The choices that you're taking, particularly choices when it comes to the company of friends that you choose. They will make a difference whether you're going to be successful in life or not. The choice, the quality of friends, the quality of people that influence you in your life on a everyday basis, that matters a lot. If you are around people that are negative, that are tired, that are worn out, that are discouraged, that are depressed, the sun will never rise over your life. You have to change people around you. It may take a lot of effort, it may take a lot of resilience, like we've just said, because sometimes they come with rough edges to smoothen out. The old Bible tells us that what does it say? It says we spruce up each other. I'm forgetting how it actually puts it, but it's like rough edges, when they are meeting, those two rough edges are meeting, the best of you then will come out. I'll put the scripture here. You know what we do. So your company of friends is crucial. Your choice of life's guiding principles is also very important. If you believe in a philosophy of, no, I'll never be rich, I'll never be successful, I'll never be able to do this, you are limiting the possibility of your success in life. It's very important. And also, if your value system is never been defined, you live life as it comes every day. You're not telling yourself that, where am I in my life? I work hard, I ensure that in my life, whatever it is that I'm doing, I work hard. I am a loyal person. I'm honesty, and I choose to walk around with people that influence me in the right direction in my life. And when you look at things like that, you add them on into your life. That transformation, that resilience, when there is a directional values that are guiding you in your life, you will be successful. And then the choice of a life partner. Hey, young people who are here, it makes a difference. The husband you marry makes a difference to your success. The woman that you marry makes a difference to your success. If you find yourself with a limited partner in your spouse, it's not the end of the world. Build them up. One day the sun will rise over their lives. But in the first place, when you are dating, make sure that you date men and women of quality. Men and women who will spur you on, and not someone who is challenged by every little success that you have, whose ego is so small, it's bruised by even you bruise their ego. You don't need that. You don't need that in your life. Make sure that whoever that you are dating for marriage, it's somebody that will spur you on, someone whose values, they're able to add to you in your life. They add value to you, not someone who's going to take and take and take. Nobody needs that to be successful. Very important. We could discuss about that further. I could have some conversations about marriage if you so desire. And then you also need the ability to handle failure. In life, if you are going to be successful, you will encounter challenges that will lead to your failure. And when you have failed, it's important for you to know how to handle it. Many stories are told out of failure. And when you have failed, you begin a new trajectory. And in that trajectory, you will encounter success. Do not despise failure in your life. It's not the end of the world. You must also have grace to handle success. There are people whose character changes completely just by winning one tender, one big order. You will not find them home. Just one, not even two, not three, just one big order. Their whole life is changed. Their value system is changed. And you will never even remember who they were before they won that tender. So you want to ensure that even for success, you carry the grace to handle success. You carry the grace to handle blessings. You carry the grace to handle promotion. You carry the grace to be successful and not to change in character. Very important. And then finally, we need to develop fortitude. In our church, we have what we call 10 principles of ministry. And ministry number one, principle number one says the foundation of ministry is character. People will tell you that ambition and effort will take you to great heights, but it's only character that can keep you there. And many of us have failed we have lacked sustainability in whatever God would have enabled us to be successful because we lacked in character. So we have to ensure that we nurture fortitude of character, strength of character. Some of the ways that we ensure that there's strength in my character is just developing an attitude of gratitude. Ensuring that you're not always the one to say, me, I'm successful because I did, I'm successful because I. No, you are able to acknowledge other people. The vendor that, pointed to where you were going to find, your commodities, the people you worked with to ensure that you met your deadlines. Everyone in that value chain, acknowledge them so that your success is a shared success and not one that only belongs to you and you alone. And then the other thing is giving. We have to develop, nurture a habit, a culture of giving. When you give to other people, you give advice, you give help, you give sustenance. When you give to other people, it brings into your life. It's like you're pouring into your life without you realizing what you're doing. And as you do that every so often, you yourself are strengthened in character. And this is very important. So, guys, ordinary people turn their lives around when they employ these principles. The story that I'm telling you today is a person that I know, well known in industry, for having come from very humble beginnings, no formal education, went to school through correspondence. Those of my generation and ahead of me, there used to be a college called Rapid Results College. Went to school through correspondence to correspond to do Standard 6. There used to be something called Standard 6, corresponded for ZJC, corresponded for O-level, then joined, Harare Polytechnic and started, the journey to become a qualified journeyman through the programs at Harare Polytechnic. Today, I'm talking of somebody who's a doctor in engineering because they put their heart to it. They allowed themselves to transform like a butterfly. They disregarded their original form. If you compare a larva from the butterfly, there is no comparison to the anatomy, to the physicality of a butterfly in comparison to a larva where it starts, or the egg of it where it starts, because you allowed yourself to transform. And I'm saying to us Kitchen Sink family members, this gentleman that I'm talking about, he rose in his life from being a spanner boy to becoming a group CEO of Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority, because somebody embraced transformation, embraced resilience, embraced hope every step of the way. And I'm saying to you, you can do it, I can do it. And I'm running this series of stories so that you are inspired. Next week, I'll tell you another story of success with hard work and focus. You can do it. Let's do it together. 2026, we're not letting up. We are holding on, we are fighting on, and we will be successful. Thank you for coming. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. Truly appreciated. Be blessed.